First up in an intermittent series of shave stick reviews, it's the Valobra shave stick. Hello again, Michael Friedrich here from beautiful North Carolina, and today I have yet again but one new product for review. It is the Valobra Sapone per Barba. This is an Italian shave soap. Obviously Valobra is a much beloved brand. This is the shave stick version. I'll show you the shave stick in just a moment. It is a tallow-based product. As you can see, the box looks a little worse for wear. I picked this up from the PIF or the Paid For table at Maggard Beat Up last year. I'm only just now getting to the shave soap sticks that I purchased or picked up there to do a series of reviews on shave sticks. Up first, today I just sort of picked at random the Valobra. This, as I said, is a tallow-based shave stick. It comes wrapped in paper, which I have removed. They very often include a foil wrapper at the bottom. It says here, Valobra, Genova, Italy. So, yeah, it's a small shave stick, tallow-based. It is a very hard soap. It smells, well, it smells sort of like just soap, and there's very little scent or perfume to this. It is, I think it's 50 grams. So we're going to start using that in just a moment, and I'll show you how to use it. If you've never used a shave stick before, they're very, very easy to use. You have two different options, maybe three, but there's two primary ways to use it. Today's razor is going to be the Wilkinson Sword Classic. Here is one of the two pieces. I'm going to be using a Derby Premium blade in there. This is the third shave on there. Here is the other half of this two-piece razor. So I'm just going to put the blade in. This razor design fully encapsulates the blade, so the end tabs are completely covered. And just put that on there. This is the part I always find a little awkward. It just feels weird screwing it on first. It's basically an entirely plastic razor, including the thread, other than the metal insert in the handle. And as you can see, the blade is completely covered at the ends there, which I kind of like. The brush for today is going to be the Semogue Owners Club Boar, which is a great, I've had soaking for, I don't know, maybe 5 minutes. Let me wet my face and start getting the soap applied. Yeah, I picked up a number of shave sticks. I like shave sticks, they're really easy to use. It's a nice, very convenient form factor. Makes a great travel option. You're also not burdened with a overly large container of soap. So if you're the kind of person who likes to work through a soap pretty quickly, shave sticks are a good way to go. So what you do now is you basically just dip the tip in the water to warm the soap up a little bit. This is one of the two ways to do it. Just get it a little bit wet and then just rub it on your face. And as the soap dries out, as it naturally will, just dip it back in the water again. Now, you do not need to rub soap over your entire face, obviously, because when you begin to lather it, you're going to have plenty of lather for your entire face. So if there's a part of your face and when you rub the soap on it like this, it doesn't feel good, don't do that. Just rub it on some other part. I'm going to do this pretty heavy. There we go. I would consider this to be what I would call kind of a very standard commercial style soap. And that doesn't mean that it is a low quality soap. In fact, I think the ingredients, generally speaking, for the Valobra soaps are very selective in the sense that they use a very good quality of coconut oil and other ingredients. All right, I'm going to start lathering. The other option you have, by the way, which I'll show you for the second pass, is to load the brush from the stick, but I'm not going to do that now, and I'll have, as you can see, plenty of soap. So start off with a relatively dry brush, because as you start to work this, if it's very wet, you start flinging soapy water all over the place. Soap is very easy to lather. If you can kind of hear crashing noises outside, we have a new cat, a 10-month-old kitten, mostly kitten, but an unfortunate eye condition which caused her to lose an eye. So she's a one-eyed cat. And they've also had to operate on the other eyelid to prevent it from causing the other eye to fail as well. Basically, her eyelid and eyelashes were curled in, rubbing over her eye every time she blinked, so that caused one eye to be damaged and be lost. Our other cat has taken to this new cat very, very well. There's been all kinds of running and jumping and playing and wrestling and tussling. Alright, as you can see, that builds a lather very, very easily. Feels pretty slick on the face. Doesn't feel super slick, but feels absolutely slick enough. Again, as always, 2 days of growth for these shaves. I think we'll leave it at that for the moment. Plenty of lather in that brush. There we go. Now, the Wilkinson Sword Classic, I think I bought this for the equivalent of $5 in Poland. You know, it comes in a kind of a standard plastic container. It comes with 5 Wilkinson Sword blades. They are a very, very good match for this razor, by the way. That's a great starter kit. It is a very mild razor. It's a pretty effective razor. I don't find this to be really a very comfortable razor, but certainly very easy to use. And if you're looking to get into wet shaving and you don't want to spend a lot of money up front, and you really don't need to, because this razor really does work. Do other razors that cost 10 times as much work better? Yes. Not all of them, but many of them, absolutely. Really nice slickness on this soap. And the one thing to watch out for with this razor, at least I find, is that because of the head design, it can be hard to rinse. So with the longer beard or soap that is kind of dense or fatty, you may find you have to rinse with a little bit more vigor or a bit more hot water. Yeah, a really easy to use soap. Feels good on the face, slick, pretty good protection. It is what I would consider to be just a standard, straight up, solid tallow based soap. By the way, for those of you that are celebrating the Easter weekend, hope you're having a good one. There we go. Now, residual slickness on the soap is really good. When you rinse your face, you get an immediate, very slick feel. But what you don't get is kind of a heavy, fatty feel. All right, now, I'm going to show you for the second one. I'm not going to do it because I really don't need to add a lot of soap to this, because as you can see, there's plenty of soap in that brush. But if you needed to add more, all you really need to do is just sort of rub the brush over the tip of the soap there and just sort of mash it in there. Either way, you have the potential for a bit of mess. Like if you're holding this stick of soap with a wet hand, it's going to create a bit of a mess. And we'll talk about at the end sort of how to clean up and how to store it. Nothing really terribly difficult there. I do know that for some people that we just don't want to get messy when they're doing this, which I find kind of hard myself not to get a bit messy, because things always drip a little bit. There's sort of soap goes everywhere, whether using a bowl or face lathering. But if you don't want to hold kind of a wet, slippery piece of soap in your hand to build a lather, shave stick might not be a good option for you. I think I purchased 5 Magrids, I think. But I also, in a recent trip to the Netherlands, picked up another Vergulde Hand shave stick, which I've used many years ago, but it's great to pick another one up. And I also had somebody send me, along with the other Williams, a shave stick of Williams soap, I think from South Africa, I believe. So those will all be coming up. I won't do them all one in a row. I'll intersperse them with some other soaps, but I'll just kind of work my way through these shave sticks now. All right, pass number 2. This is going to be across the grain. Yeah, there is nothing wrong with this soap. There is, I think, given the way the market is often presented, is that if you are somehow settling for a soap like this, because there are so many artisan choices out there and really excellent, excellent soaps with an amazing array of ingredients and scents and seasonal offerings and one-time deals and a continued change of like base constituent product, of ingredients. That's great for a niche of the wet shaving market, but that is absolutely not everybody. If you're just looking for a very solid, simple, reliable set of shaving products, things like these shave sticks and these more commercial offerings are a great option. It's easy to consider them commercial and therefore sort of, less of an alternative really, but the fact is, this is a really good soap. All right. Third shave on this Derby Premium, and I think it's going to be the last. I have a small Altoids mint tin with a number of loose blades. And what I may do is just, for the next couple of weeks, is just shave through those. No more than 2 shaves of blade, something like that. Just kind of work my way through them. All right. I hate to think of them as kind of orphan blades, but that's kind of what they are. All right, rinsing my face again. Like I said, good slickness there. All right, pass number 3. God, there is so much water running down my arm right now. Wow. Nice creamy feel to the soap. Not overly dense or heavily fat. You don't feel like a heavy greasy feel to it. I know people make their own shave stick holders. I can't remember who it was that sold them. Maybe it was Mama Bear Soaps, or it used to be somebody who would sell like empty shave sticks containers, so you could put them in there and at least have something of more of a kind of a plastic controlled holder. But it's funny, you think about it now, like I'm making an effort where I can to reduce my plastic usage as much as possible, or if I am going to use plastics, they have to be recyclable. So for us in our area, for example, number 2, number 4, number 5 are easily recycled, the others are not. So there's some kind of food containers where I try not to purchase those foods because that just leads to plastic that I use one time and throw away. So you might say, yeah, what about that razor? That's plastic. Very true. And I don't know if I could recycle this where I live. The metal ones I could for sure if I had to. All right, against the grain now. Nice and gentle. Like I said, a easy, very mild, relatively comfortable razor. Yeah, nice residual slickness on that soap too. As long as you keep the razor head a little bit wet, take advantage of the fact that it gets slicker when wet. That one spot under my chin. That hair just feels so different now. You can still hear a bit of a buzz, but the thing is, I think sometimes it's deceptive. Like, that feels smooth, but... So you just gotta watch it. I have overshaved a couple times this week, but nothing bad. I mean, overshaved for me. Stop right there. All right. Go ahead and rinse off. Rinses relatively easily, but you do get a sense for just sort of nice underlying slickness. There we go. All right, let's towel off. Pretty nice shave. Yeah, I like those soaps. Shave sticks work great for me. I feel like it kind of, you know, feels like a little bit more work and you get more out of it. And I'm not sure how many shaves in that shave stick you would get, but I've shaved with it all week, and I think I've only really, you know, sort of flattened out what was a relatively round tip, but that's a fair amount of soap. That's going to last you a while. I know that seems pretty small, but I think that's still going to go for a bit. All right, now, I know what you're wondering, post-shave. Well, as is to be expected, this is sort of the weak spot. It is pretty dry. Like, there is vitamin E and lecithin, I think, in the soap as the two added ingredients for like a rich emollient feel. But the fact is, this soap is not designed to be really hydrating or moisturizing after the fact. It's a shave soap that's supposed to help make the razor move smoothly and cleanly over your skin. And that's exactly what it does. It is not designed as a post-shave treatment. So, yes, a little drying, a little bit tight. And if you wait for a couple minutes, you can really feel that, yeah, that has really cleaned the grease from your face. Stripped the oils, as they say. All right, so I picked at random from the balms that I had. I just kind of did an eeny, meeny, miny, mo thing. And for today, it's going to be the Abbate Y La Mantia, in keeping, ironically, with the Italian theme of this shaving soap. So, a single pump of the balm. A little bit runny and a little bit thin. It has a kind of a glycerin, an aloe feel to it. It does include the saffron extract. I think this does have a light touch of menthol, but no alcohol. Very easy to apply, soaks in quickly. A very nice, immediate, soothing, and kind of cooling, calming feel to it. And get the rest of the soap out of my ear. It adds a very nice suppleness to your skin, and that lasts, at least for me, that feeling lasts for quite a while. Now, this balm does not feel sticky or tacky when you apply it. There's a slight sort of residual, like a bit of resistance as you put it on. When it dries down later, it will have a little bit of tackiness to it, but nothing bad. This is one of the balms though where I rinse my hands after applying it. Yeah, a nice cooling effect that lasts just for a few minutes at best. Oh, lovely, lovely shave. All right, well, quick and easy, my friends. That was really quick and easy. Just another beautiful, simple set of products. All right, let's go over them again. Just show you the box again, the Valobra. This is the shaving soap stick. 50 grams of a tallow-based soap that looks like this once you pull off the paper wrapper. The wrapper is over the entire bar of soap, so by the way, so pull the whole thing off. It has a tendency to stick to the top part and you don't realize there's still this other half. So as you can see, still foil wrapped. Very easy to apply. Wet the tip, rub it on your face. A very nice tallow-based soap, easy to use, easy to lather, good slickness, good protection. Post-shave is not that great, definitely drying and a little bit tightening, but that's what I would expect from that kind of soap. It's not designed to sort of overcome those issues with a regular shaving soap. That's just how it is. I would 100% purchase that again. That's an easy soap to use, and if that's what you have and that's what you prefer and that's what works for you, 100% stick with that. That is a great shaving option. The Wilkinson Sword Classic, a great option for a starter razor. Simple two-piece design. The end caps of the blade are entirely encapsulated. The one downside of this design is that it is a little bit over encapsulated, so if you're using a thick or a slightly heavy soap, not properly hydrated, or you have a very thick heavy beard with a lot of stubble, you will need to take care to rinse this. And in fact, I would say if you find there's a lot of shaving soap stuck under the bottom, I would disassemble this just to rinse it out to make sure that it's entirely clean on the inside. Great starter option, and a pretty good fit with those derby blades. The first blade I shaved with, I think, was the Gillette Wilkinson Sword blades. Not a great fit, really. Okay, but not great. I shaved 3 times in that one as well, and then that one was completely done. Let's talk about my dear friend, the Semogue Owners Club boar. I really like this brush. A very nice handle style, easy to hold. Yes, it does have this rim, which I'm beginning to find sort of over time I kind of wish that they didn't have, but the bottom part is very nice, ergonomic, easy to hold. This knot broke in quickly and easily. I know people say the Semogue knots take a long time to break in. That just has not been my experience. You know, I don't know what to tell you. And then finally, let's close it out with the aftershave balm from Abbate Y La Mantia. Very nice, soaks in quickly, light cooling effect, adds a nice supple feeling to your skin, and that lasts for quite a while. So very, very happy with that product as well. Glad that came up as a random choice in the rotation. I think that's it. I think we're done. Yes, that's it. All 4 products. There we go. All right, my friends. Well, thank you once again so much for watching. I really appreciate the time you're taking to watch these videos. I hope you enjoyed that review. There'll be more coming. Shave sticks interspersed with some other soaps as we go through. I still have a number of things from last year's Maggard meetup, which is, I mean, that is the second embarrassment in 2 weeks running, but I'm going to work my way through them and we'll just see how it goes. Thank you so much for watching. Of course, as always, please leave questions or comments against this video or any previous video. Again, thank you again so much, and until next time, goodbye.